Welcome back to Eldenring. Last we left off, we took on um, Renala. We finished her out, and since then I've just been power leveling. And I think from here on we should be good. I'm probably gonna take a couple of more runs to that area just to level up a little bit higher. But as of right now, we're fine. Um, I recently was running through here to level up my weapons a little bit and found two merchants, so we're gonna go ahead and take them out.
Welcome. Dear customer. Welcome.
See what he's got.
Please. I'm hungry.
Nothing worth my while. Alright, let's see here.
What the hell's wrong with you? Melt away with the rest of it.
Major upgrade in damage on that, so that's crazy. And the next one's down here. After this, we'll probably go and to the Black Knife Catacombs. Go back, talk to Rajier. Then we'll go meet up with what's her name? Rani.
Buying or selling?
Okay. He's got some useful stuff.
Be well.
I like how they hold their chest like that hurt them. That's not good. Time to dip. Birds are mean. Quick little church run. Hopefully the bird will leave us alone in here. It's Cathedral of the Dragon. Alright. I used to farm this guy back a long time ago for levels. And his armor. But oh man. Alright, yeah. I'm happy with that. Alright. I've never actually gotten that to drop off of him. So for the first time that I kill him, I get it. That's pretty nice. Yeah, this is one of those areas that's just not fun to be in. Never actually used Ursus's axe. Summoned skeletons to attack the enemy, which I thought was pretty cool. Ooh. Oh no. Awesome. Perfect. I remember this guy being extremely aggressive, so all the help you can get, right? Oh yeah, I did do blood red eyes. That's cool. Oh? Wow. knife print. And then instead of just leaving, we can actually take on the real boss of the area. Which I do believe is just down here. Well, the boss ain't, but the... Like here it is. Up to the left. Should be cemetery shade or something like that. Yeah. He heals off of that. That's pretty crazy. Now we have a couple of places to go.
Feed me.
Rajier.
Well then. I'm thinking of... Do you know of the... Though he was a great... And now, I wish nothing more. May the Golden Order...
It should be right here. Yep.
Always good to see you. So, what do you need? The misshapen corpse. That is a sacred relic of the Black Knives plot. As that famed night of assassination. It happened during the Golden Age. Someone stole a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, the Black Blood, and on a bitter night, that was the first recorded, and it became the catalyst. Soon, the Eldenring was smashed, and thus sprang forth the war known as the Shattering. I once wished to become a scholar, you see. I've spent many an hour scouring the archives for knowledge. The world has grown crooked. You'd better understand what happened to make it this way. And that thing is to blame for the shape I'm in. I urge the utmost caution. Don't disturb the corpse more than necessary. This is... I can scarcely believe you managed to get your... You recall our conversation? They say the assassins who carry a group entirely of... The knives they wielded, though, were imparted with the power of the rune. Please, I'd love nothing, though, own traces of the one who performed... Half my body... Oh.
Now technically I'm supposed to go to Stormvale and do all that, but nah.
My examination is complete. Here's the knife print back. Now I have a lunar demigod. Hers was the truly, but if Rani truly, then she should be. I would like you to procure. And then there's a manor. It is the familiar. There's been taught Rani's where, but I suspect. Do you know of the very notion by Dee's account? But truth be told, you may find this peculiar. But I discovered these souls. Yes, if Dee knew, he would surely, or perhaps, but no need to fret. I can tell a good lie. If then she should bear the, would you be willing to? She may have returned to them the royal car.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Greta, are you here for...
Awesome. Dude. I might actually end up selling all my weapons, but for now I'll hold on to them. And we're gonna try and find out where the magic scorpion talisman is. So let's do that right quick. Well, looks like we're not doing that one anytime soon. Could do this, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Let's see here. Yeah, so they're gonna give me a whole bunch of twos. I'm not, nah, not worried about a bunch of twos. You can kill off all the big hands in the area. They drop somber smithing stones and they won't respawn. But I don't need twos, I need fives and sixes. So for the time being, it's better off if I just avoid them. A couple souls at a time, so runes, my bad. So I'm not too worried. never knew he stood there. It's kind of cool. Sword of Night and Flame. It's a pretty crazy weapon. It's tiny bit OP. So, yeah. By tiny bit, I mean absolutely broken. You can beat the whole game with just that weapon alone, and don't even have to have that much knowledge about the game. Like, you can avoid upgrading your stats the proper way and everything. Well, not to an extent. 50-50 on faith and strength, or faith and intelligence, and just enough to wield the weapon. That's it. The rest of it'll do itself. It's just EOP. It's got that move that Ronaldo was using on me. The straight line beam thing. I forgot what it's called. But yeah. So it's a whip sword. I think it's classified as a sword. Sinuses are kicking my ass. About to run into a boss fight with no help. Now I just realized I might be wondering why I'm running around with the Regal Scepter and not using it, or not using any spells right now. The Regal Scepter does does increase moon damage. The Moon Veil uses the Moonlight Dance or whatever it's called, and it does moon-based sorcery damage or magic damage. So transient moonlight, yeah. So it does moon damage, moon magic damage, whatever you want to call it. So it buffs it. Oh, wrong way. Ow. I'll show it here in a second. I'll show it after I fight the boss. Actually, if I find a single enemy right here, I might use it too, just to show you. And you don't even have to hold it like this. You can straight up two-hand your weapon and it'll do the damage. But just so you know, right? One wolf. 680. Ow. Ow. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, wow. That's crazy. I thought I was told it did. It's good to know. Either way, I'm still going to use it. After a little bit, I plan on getting Renala's moon spell. And I'll eventually get Rani's also. And there's another moonlight spell in the game that I plan on getting. I think it's a Duelist Moonlight Blast. They actually moved that jump closer. It used to be a little bit further back. It used to be just about out of reach. God, I hate these guys. I do want your sword. Nope. You're gonna drop it. Ooh. But not that bad with this build, so that's okay. They used to be. They also got nerfed. They used to be terrible. Like, it used to be down to the point to where, like, if you shot them, oh wow, wow. It used to be like if they would do their little fire thing, they'd shoot like 3 of them really, really quick, and then just blow up on you, and that'd be it. That's game. Because those 3 ones, it's non-stop, just boom, 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 and that'd be like the only move that they do. Even if you were up close, it would kill them. That's how strong it would be. Well, I jumped too soon. I will be selling that one. Damn. Should have waited until after I started the fight, but it'll be okay. Ooh. Good guy. Let me tank it. Let me tank it. For now. Yeah, we about to have to do some altering. This is usually how I do it, and I'm gonna have to get back used to that. so I made him move. Oh, they did change it to say it's a whip. That's pretty cool. I used to say a sword, or Rumi. Alright.
Oh, I believe I said my name was Rena when last we met. It pleaseth me to see Torrent hale and hearty, but tarnished. What business hast thou here? I have no memory of inking thee an invitation. I see. Indeed, I am the witch Rani. I stole a fragment of the Rune of Death and used it to forge the god-slaying black knives through fearsome rite. I did it all. But sadly for thee, the curse mark thou seekest is not to be found here. I have slain the body I was born into and cast it away. And it is upon that flesh the curse mark is carved. And why should I reveal that to thee? I performed the act not to bury the past, nor in shame of the deed. But all the same, thy begging compels me not a jot. The curse mark thou seekest is not here. That is all I will say. Now, be gone.
No.
The curse mark thou seekest now.
I was really hoping she'd be like, yeah, we can talk. But nope. She didn't want no part of that. So.
Always good to see. So, I see. When Rani, you know, but then perhaps it's true. Forgive the bluntness of how would you... only in the location and the best way to find... I know you've got what it takes. Not only are you a can you become Rani's vassal while in her and determine that I realize that I know you've got...
I'm gonna turn in some of these bell bearings. Scriptstone basement. Oh, and that. Yeah. Purchase. That. No skill and no passive. see, 2 lanterns. That's kind of crazy. Banged in ashes. So now that's pretty cool. These two look crazy. I'll eventually buy everything out of the shops just to have everything.
Hello there.
Let's go here. Put that one away. That's everything. Let's go talk to Fia.
I am would you like me? Now. You are so very warm. My dear, have you ever dear Rush and the ancient, the Black Knight, along with these grand effects, dear, in truth, about the Black. But it wouldn't be right to give the perhaps.
Now we go back to Rani's Rise. Hopefully she'll let us join her. If not, then I have to go do Glide's quest. One thing that I think would be really cool is like if you killed all the bosses in an area, like for example this area, after you do so, you could go through the area and they'd all be like non-aggressive, but still be enemies.
Oh, thou wouldst render me aid, affording thyself opportunity to grope about for the curse mark's location. Very well. There's nothing wrong with a well-laid scheme. What's more, if my past and past wounds beckon to thee, I am curious enough to see what thy destiny. I'll allow it. And good hunting. Good. There is in my service. I would have thee join him in search. I have called. Heed not. I am sure the other. Speak with the three. Thou needst not indulge them unduly. But they too wish to appraise thy worth. It hath been a passing long time since a newcomer entered my service, after all.
No, I have to go from here. I'm gonna have to go to, I think it's Fort Haight, and Fort Ferris.
Oh, so you were the one. Again, Akari Roy, I'm told that you are sir. I will give you whatever guidance. My apologies. I never imagined. Do forgive me. Let us get together.
Name's Blythe. Sworn sword, glad to have you aboard. Well, I'm situated in Limgrave, right? The eternal city of Nokron. I'm planning to go below through the well in the mist. See if I can't find the road to... I'm going below. See if I can. Don't keep me waiting.
I see. Yes, I don't know what, but since we have the... I ask that you kind... I resign and pain should you, if it were up to... But who am I to stand?
I have to go all the way back up, talk to Rani, come all the way back down, go to Salivas. Then I have to go to Fort Haight and Fort Ferris. And that's just so I don't have to fight another magma worm. Which, I mean, it doesn't really matter if I fight him or not.
I shall soon enter, and it will be some this doll's still. I shall soon, and it will be. I look forward to the good news when I.
Awesome. It seems as if they've gotten rid of the fall damage negation thing with the horse. Like, you can't negate fall damage from just jumping off and then double jumping with the horse. Which kind of sucks.
Did you not realize I was merely being polite? Oh, you provincials never cease to... perhaps I'd like you to find a woman even you can do. Good. Now I shall hand over the I expect, Clad.
I don't really care for Nepheli. I don't really want to go through the sewers, so I'm not going to search for Dung Eater. But I will give Nepheli the potion this playthrough. Simply for the sake of it being that she's kind of useless. Now, I am confused. Where is this? Dang. Where is this damn thing? Is it that way? Is it really just... Further south. I guess it is. Yeah, at this point it's got to be somewhere over here. What do you know? I found the lady.
Oh, well, I witnessed a sight, the oppression of the waking nightmare. Put this time, and though the justice to let the scars I put this time, and though the justice to let the scar.
Let's try something. $466. $466. So yeah, it doesn't buff it at all. Yeah, I can do that too. Oh, it didn't reach him. Alright, Mr. Man, let's go. Ooh, out of stuff. Forgot about that. I hate these guys with a passion. They're the worst. Alright.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. Well. Oh, the curse monkey, I beg you. You must keep it up. And if you should need thee, then please give it.
I'm gonna end this video here. And in the next episode we'll do the rest of the stuff that I was talking about earlier. But leave a like, comment, subscribe.